Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and it is Let's Talk Sunday. Actually this Sunday I've been thinking about, well, it's Sunday when you watch this, it isn't Sunday now, but I've been thinking a lot about being over 30 and being on YouTube. And I was trying to think of very successful YouTubers who are over 30. Now, a lot of the YouTubers that are successful started a long time ago. They've grown up through their channel. They've been on YouTube. They're now in their late 20s, but people have grown with them. So the likes of Zoella, the likes of, Tanya Burr, Bunny, and thinking about who is really successful. And there's a couple of people who are incredible and are over 30, and I'm probably making an assumption, but I believe Tati is over 30. So for me, I think unless you've started your channel quite early on in YouTube, sort of years, I do think that there is a real struggle to make yourself stand out when you're over 30. So let's take an example. I'm going to show you here somebody who is under 30 who started at the same time as me, and her name is Sophie, and she has a channel called Sophie Does Nails. She's really sweet, she is really beautiful, well spoken, seems like a really lovely person, and she started about the same time as me, and she has over 50,000 subscribers. And I mean, that to me, either there's a way that she's promoting herself, or I think when you're maybe that age, your contemporaries are more open to seeing your videos and sharing your videos, and they understand the power of using YouTube for research. I think maybe that could be the reason. I mean, she could be doing a lot of hard work behind this, so I don't want to take anything away from that, and that is definitely not what I'm doing. But just as a comparison, my videos started around the same time. I've produced a lot of content. There was one time when I was doing daily videos, and I've brought that back a little bit because I felt that, there's maybe a little too much of me. And I also wanted to change the content up slightly too, hence the Let's Talk videos. So I think maybe for me, being an over 30 YouTuber and starting when I did, so about, I guess it'll be 20 months ago now. So in coming up to 2 years, wow, we're coming up to 2 years already. And I feel like in that 2 years, I would have liked to have grown more than 1,000 a year, just because I feel that more people would have been able to interact with my videos or share them. But actually, I think the case is that if you're over 30, people are not generally logging into YouTube and subscribing that are over 30. Obviously, my subscribers now, I absolutely adore. Having 2,000 subscribers doesn't necessarily mean you're getting 2,000 people viewing your videos. In most cases, I would say that, my videos are viewed 1/10 of those 2,000. That is not a great conversion rate, in my opinion. But those that are watching, I would say, again, 10% of those are interacting. And I use YouTube for the interaction purpose. And, it is a hobby, and I feel like it's a community. And we can talk about things very much like my first Let's Talk video, which I think went down really well last week. People responded, and there was a lot of respectful comments, and I really, really appreciated that. And I feel like there's a maturer viewership out there for me. So I guess, although I might not be as popular as Sophie in this time, I do think that there is a good quality to my subscribers, hopefully. It would be great, I think, to be able to measure success, and measuring success for me is by seeing an increase on what you're already doing. So not only is your content better, not only is the content more thought out, I think having the numbers that go with it actually helps you to measure that success. Now, obviously, like most people, I don't do this just for subscribers. That isn't the reason I do YouTube. I do it because I enjoy it. I think it's just the measurement. It just helps you to measure where you are. And it also puts you against, you know, you want to make sure that you're in line with everyone else. You want to make sure that you're able to not compete, but you're still fulfilling that requirement from somebody to come and watch you. Obviously, I have my favourite YouTuber, and I've said this many times before, is Mrs. Ginger's beauty channel. Her name is Karen. She is absolutely my favourite YouTuber. If she puts a video, even if it's on fake tan or something that I will never use, I still watch it. And the reason I watch it is because I feel with Karen I'm getting absolutely 100% honesty. I get a real... I feel that if I met Karen, we would get on. And she reminds me a lot of friends that I've got. Even though Karen is slightly older than me as well, it doesn't matter. I think that we would have quite a lot in common. And I do think that there's that feeling of real life when it comes to YouTube. And I think a lot of people who like reality TV will like YouTube, although I don't like much reality TV. I prefer YouTube. I think it's even more real in some cases. I think it's just that you can bring your own personality to it. You can bring your own opinion. You can do things that you want. It's your content, and that's what the originality is. And yes, there's a lot of people doing marble backgrounds and gold and rose gold, you know, accessories in their backgrounds. There's a lot of that. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think if you like that, then go for it. But I do think there has to be some sort of original thought that goes into the content. You know, you can only be you. And you might want to have sponsorship on your video, and you might want to talk about that product, and you might enjoy it, or you might not, or you might say you enjoy it and you might say you don't. It depends. And in a way, it's very difficult to know what's real and what isn't. And I think when you have a smaller subscriber number, you tend to not have the same opportunities. So you are giving a much more unbiased review of things. But needless to say, you know, I've always liked Tati as well, although she has changed lately. Not in a bad way, but I just find the videos are just maybe a little bit too samey for me nowadays. But I used to really, really like her, you know, when I first started YouTube, because I felt it was somebody else that I could relate to. Now, she is somebody who's over 30 and is really successful, but she has such great knowledge, and she really is a beauty guru. But then I don't think she's somebody I can relate to still. She's, you know, LA, absolutely gorgeous, has the most amazing lifestyle, and it's not something that will ever happen in my lifetime. I mean, even down to our skin type, anything like hair type, all of that is completely different. So I do find it really difficult to relate to her in that sense. The only thing we have that's similar is that we are both over 30. So that may be the only thing, and that might be the only reason. But I do go to her when I think I want to know about a product or new products that are coming out. So, you know, there is certain people that I do go to, but my all-time favourite still is Karen. So I do think there is space for over 30s on the internet, not just on the internet, on YouTube, on the internet for sure. But I do think that there's going to be a bigger boom. You know, things grow. Now our grandmas and grandpas are on Facebook. So maybe it just takes a little bit longer for the over 30s to get to using YouTube the same way as young people are. I don't know. It may never happen. It might just be a passing phase. So I'd like to hear from you. I'd like to hear from you if you're a subscriber and you don't have a YouTube channel and would like to know why you have subscribed to channels. Not just mine, just any. And yeah, I really want to have a bit of a conversation on this, what you think. If you are a YouTuber over 30, let me know what you think your struggles are, why you think nobody's coming. Thank you very much for watching. subscribe, like and share, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.